We hope everyone had a great holiday. But we are at Dances with Kobolds are back with our new campaign, The Age of Worms. But before I let Patrick begin, please check our doobly doo down below for our sister shows as well as the Heroes Wanted collective of shows. Now, Patrick, take it away.
Thank you, Stephanie. Yes, welcome everyone to the Age of Worms. I will be the game master for this, playing all of the NPCs, some of whom won't die this campaign, hopefully. Joining me tonight are...
Hi, I'm Ian, and I'll be playing Seymour Sunkist, local pressman, newspaper publisher, and lovable warlock.
I am Brendan, and I'll be playing Grey Paw. Just Grey Paw. A human barbarian with no family who's kind of a dick.
Hi, everyone. My name's Chris. And this campaign, I'll be continuously searching for a voice for Maximilian T. Justice, Dragonborn Paladin of Torm.
Hi everyone, I'm Tara, and I should be playing Turip, the Kenku bard with aspirations of assassination.
Hello, Nabil here. I'll be playing as a Tabaxi rogue named Haboob of Red Sands, and my voice, I am going to try and stick to Haboob of Red Sands, but you can call me Haboob.
Yes. Hello, everyone. I'm Lorne, and I will be playing Dr. Batmay Eason of the Waterdeep Doctors Society. I will be tending to all of your various ails and potionary needs.
My name is Molly. I'm Stephanie, and I'll be playing Molly Goldman, the cleric of half-elf cleric of socialism, and reporter, girl reporter.
Music.
I'm still not getting music because...
Awesome.
Of fat and stout, your eyes fall in and your teeth fall out, your brains come tumbling down your snout. Be merry, my friends, be merry.
And we begin in the town of Diamond Lake. Diamond Lake is a messy smudge nestled in the rocky crags of the Cairn Hills, 3 days east of Waterdeep, the city to which it is subject. Iron and silver from Diamond Lake's mines fuel the capital's markets and support its soldiers and nobles with the raw materials necessary for weapons and finery. The trade draws hundreds of skilled and unskilled laborers and artisans, all here hoping to strike it rich. But honestly, it is a town of squalor, because they come here once they have nowhere else to turn, seeking an honest trade of hard labor for subsistence-level pay, simply because the system has allowed them no other option. Many are foreigners displaced from native lands by war or famine, and work here is the last honest step before utter destitution or crimes of desperation. For some, it is the first step in the opposite direction, a careful work assignment to ease the burden on debtor-filled prisons, one last chance to make it in civil society. And despite its squalor, Diamond Lake is crucial to the Waterdeep economy. The city's directors thus take a keen interest in local affairs, noting the rise and fall of the managers who run Diamond Lake's mines. And because of this, instead of scheming against the government, the 6 mine managers instead plot endlessly against one another, desperate to claim a weakened enemy's assets, while at the same time protecting their own. And while they are not nobles, they exist in a strata above normal society. Each of our characters are here in Diamond Lake and its environment, subsiding on what meager jobs and work they can find, some on their own, some working for others. And the only relief that they and a lot of other people here find is an enjoyment of exploring the numerous tombs and burial cairns that crowd the hills around the city. These remnants of a half dozen long-dead cultures used to command scandalous prices from the Waterdavian elites when they were still fresh and unexplored, but they have long since been emptied out, unfortunately, and these days only a handful of treasure seekers visit the town, and few return to Waterdeep with anything more valuable than a wall rubbing or an ancient tool fragment. The leader of your group, sort of your group patron, is one of the few respectable men in town. He is the brother to the Governor Mayor Neff, a lecherous philanderer, eager to solidify his power. But his brother, Aliston Neff, is a grand wizard who returned to Diamond Lake from Waterdeep years ago under a mild cloud of scandal. However, he loves to spread and share his knowledge with anyone who is interested in any of the surrounding cairns in the city, and each of you in your own way, whether it's occasionally finding him something that's interesting as a tidbit of knowledge or a spell component, have earned his trust. And so because of that, you all know each other through this sort of adventuring group that you have started as a way of easing your daily frustrations of living in and around Diamond Lake. With that, just want to give each of you a few seconds to talk about how your character fits into the town itself. I can start with Seymour.
All right, so Seymour is the local newspaper man and general engraver, putting out a weekly newspaper that generally focuses on labor rights, mining news, and whatever the mine owners have paid to have put in as a top story, usually slinging mud at the other mine owners. And when I'm not working in my little press shop, which I'm not sure where it is on the map. Oh, did you just ding it?
Your press shop is off of the vein, somewhere around here.
All right. When I'm not there working, generally on the paper or working on the press, he can be found in the various taverns, looking for stories, listening for rumors, and generally being a pest, asking too many questions.
All right, and what about Grey Paw?
Grey Paw is the lumbering sort of enforcer of Smank, one of the people who, one of the mining bosses. He used to work for Vest, and still has a big V scar, like sort of burned into him from it. And 7? Is it more like a 7?
Close to a 7.
Yeah. Burned into his forearm. He does whatever sort of odd jobs Smank gives him, and he also makes money by betting on himself in pit fights.
All right, and Maximilian T. Justice.
Maximilian T. Justice, a name he gave himself. By the way, he he does have a name, but nobody knows it. Is a sort of a bronze-scaled dragonborn. He was kind of found as a child at the doorstep of sort of the monastery to Torm, and as sort of someone who was raised in a monastery, he's sort of grown up in this town, but he's not really like of the town, if that makes any sense. Most of his time he's out in the woods and patrolling sort of the docklands because he is a member of a group called the Voiceless, which is sort of a regional patrol group run by I think the sort of the Waterdavian nobles. Am I
Yes,
Yeah.
You were funded by them.
funded by them? Yes, and mostly they sort of keep the lizard folk down and make sure that nothing really affects the mines too much. So about half his time is spent out of town. When he's in town, he kind of doesn't spend a lot of time interacting with people in the town because the town, he just doesn't like it. It's kind of too corrupt and too downtrodden for his tastes. Not that he doesn't want to help, it's just he doesn't really know how yet. He spends most of his time at an inn called, I believe it was the Sleeping Giant.
The Spinning Giant. It's
Spinning
a
Giant.
tavern.
Yeah, the tavern at the Spinning Giant, which the Voiceless have almost commandeered as their headquarters.
And Chirrup.
So Chirrup is a little wee Kenku who's a bard, and like all bards, he's traveled around a fair bit, plying his trade wherever people are willing to pay the coin for it. He landed here in Diamond Lake a few years ago, and he absolutely loves the seediness, the darkness, the desperation of just wafting off the people. He's home. He's found his home. So he's kind of settled down at the local freak show called the Emporium, and he works there in various odd jobs, usually, his trade, entertainment, singing, quote, for the crowds. And he is quietly, slowly working on joining some of the more nefarious guilds in the city, but in the meantime, he's just having a grand old time. When he's not in the Emporium, he's spending his coin in the seediest taverns, most darkest taverns he can find. And if anyone's interested, he is one of like the Raven Kenku, all sleek, black feathers, like glossy looking.
And Haboob of Red Sands.
Haboob of the Red Sands is a pretty recent new arrival in this town. His origin is going to be pretty much clouded in mystery at this point, but he's getting the feel of this town. I mean, he likes it. People don't give him a second look. I mean, he walks around with a hood over his face, but it's not actually doing anything to cover it. He has like half of his face covered in red. Something in red. It could be ink, or it could be paint, or it could be blood. We don't know. And a very thick unibrow that sticks out even more than the paint or blood. But he likes this town. I mean, considering what Haboob's profession really is, he's got sticky fingers, and he doesn't mind if somebody, doesn't wake up in the morning. Dun, 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 and he's got a knack for those kind of skills. And there is a particular inn that's got his attention. I don't really know where it's actually located. The Feral Dog? Feral Dog. I don't know what that's.
The Feral Dog is
right
number
over there.
3 on the map. Number 3.
Yeah, walking through town, he hears about the Feral Dog and how everyone except the most the scummiest, the most villainous people go there, and he feels like that would be his place to find more information, more fun there.
Oh, sure. The Feral Dog is the darkest place in town. It is typically said that people pay their bar tabs at the end of the night by picking the pockets of whoever is dead on the floor. And you can enjoy dog fights in the pits underneath the bar itself.
Home sweet home.
Chirrup's favorite place.
It's all right.
And the good doctor.
Yes. Dr. Bison, as many people have heard, she is a typical tiefling. Not very welcomed by many people. It's the horns, she believes. However, she has currently taken up an auspicious position as an understudy to the illustrious Alustan Neff. He is her patron in town, and his brother happens to be the mayor. Alustan has agreed to give her a little bit of space to work on her trade of potion and elixirs and everything that bubbles and burns. And in return, if there's ever a little bit of a task that needs done, he passes a little bit of magic and a little bit of knowledge her way.
All right. And Molly.
You'll find Molly typically at the press office. If not, she'll either be protesting the robber barons or attending to the poor of this town. What set her on this path was she grew up here, and she grew up hearing all the stories about how beautiful the lake was and how lovely and quaint this town was before these robber baron mining companies came and destroyed everything. And she wants to revitalize the town and take it back and go back to that idyllic place it was before through socialism.
All right. And we pick up with the party meeting with the smartest man in town, the wizard Alustan Neff. And he lives in one of the strangest places in town, in that his house has a coat of fresh paint and a very well-tended yard, which contrasts sharply with the rest of this sort of seedy town. And the fact that it has never, ever been, sort of dirtied or graffitied or anything like that is a testament to the locals' respect. And so we find you on a day where the wind is blowing in your favor and the soot and smoke from the smelting house is blowing most of the noxious fumes away from town. And Alustan meets with you, as he typically does, at a large stump that sits in front of his... Gosh, the music's really loud now. I've got it almost down to nothing.
I had to turn mine down too.
He always meets you around a stump in front of his meditation garden, in front of his home. And while he is typically always happy to see you, he nods and looks around and just says, "Welcome, my friends. While we typically have a more informal relationship, I'm afraid I do have a business proposition for you." And you can see he unrolls a wanted poster, and it's one that you've seen around town, and it's one that you printed, Seymour. And it has the picture of a narrow-faced, balding man, and just sort of screams, "Wanted, the Grackle," across it. And he just says, "I'm sure you've seen these. This man stole a crate of books that I had purchased at auction from Waterdeep. I want them back. I'm aware that the City Watch is not actively looking for him, and you can see that it says that he is wanted for questioning by Sheriff Cubbin, though they are also no longer covering for him. So it seems, if I'm not stepping on your toes, Maximilian, if you could locate this thief for me and recover my books, I would be most appreciative. They are from the Tolstoff Library. He was a very learned man, and I was most excited to dive into some of his texts.
And Maximilian sort of lights up a pipe, and he's just sort of listening to Alliston talk, and he just sort of looks up for a moment and says, "The garrison officially does not deal with criminal matters in town. However, if this is a personal favor you're asking me, Alistan, I'm sure I can. I'm sure the garrison can accommodate this sort of thing."
I appreciate that. This is certainly a personal matter, and as you can see from the wanted poster, with the watch clearly washing their hands or requesting the help of the public in this matter, it seems the garrison, while not officially helping, should certainly appreciate any of its people assisting.
I'm only too happy to help, Alliston.
Wonderful, and of course, I do have a reward for all of you. And you see just sort of this smile creep across his face.
I should hope so.
Oh, I think you will all find it to be a worthy thank you.
What is it?
Well, that would be telling.
That is generally the idea.
Well, I recently talked with the Cicada. He's, as Maximilian will know, at the garrison, and he looks after all of the local maps of the area, as well as maintaining the history of ownership. Well, about a month or so ago, the Fant property came up. Old mine, went bankrupt about 50 years ago, sort of been lying derelict in no man's land. There is, however, the old mining office and home that is there, and I now own it. And I would offer it to all of you as a place you could turn into a home, into office, and he'll look at you, Ison, and say, I presume you could also turn that into a proper workshop and not have to worry any longer about living in, well, whatever conditions you have to live in this town.
That would be very promising. I
That
believe.
was the Fent property.
Fant, Ulgo Fant.
I'm just looking for the spelling for my note.
F-A-N-T.
Okay, perfect.
I assure you, it's not in, the greatest condition. It will take some work and labor to get back, but it is property. It will be something you can own.
With more space, I could build a bigger press. And Seymour will kind of look off into the distance as if he's making calculations.
Yes, we can make a bigger press and also have a soup kitchen and a base of operations for a glorious revolution.
Now, we must work within the system to cause change from within. And he almost gets that out. With
This is
Grandpa
going to be
chuckles.
the best campaign ever.
And as well, with the money that I know the watch is putting up, I'm sure you will have coin on top of that.
That's what I was looking for.
I know.
Ah, excellent. We'll be able to fix the place up. Or perhaps you'll spend it on whatever you spend on there at the Feral Dog.
A bigger press, and we can help your proselytization. A good showy magazine really turns heads.
Now, I once found a copy of one of your papers down by that half dried up creek bed, and I read through it, and I've got to say, this lamestream media isn't necessarily all it's cracked up to be.
Oh my God, boo!
Yes!
You're not the mainstream media.
No, you missed it.
Yeah, you can't retell that joke.
All right. Are you quite done?
I've got some more, but I can stop.
Always save some good materials. With that,
All right.
are
where-
we in agreement?
Mm-hmm.
I suppose.
I'll take on this noble
Yeah.
quest, and also probably good to get rid of this thief. Where was he last seen, by the way?
He seems to have gone underground, so
Mm.
I don't know. I was hoping you would be able to use your informants or motivate people to hopefully talk, but
Absolutely.
he seems to be, in the wind, as they say.
These thiefly sorts are very crafty, but don't worry, Alistan. We'll get your crate back.
And because I would, I'd kick myself if we didn't do it at least once. He's on the level. God damn it, he is on the level.
Starting off strong there.
Yep.
First roll
Yeah.
of the campaign, ladies and gentlemen.
Can only go up.
No, not true. We can also
No,
stay
it
at
can
natural
stay
one.
exactly
Yeah.
That's true. So, with that, you are in town. You may use a variety of either intimidation or persuasion checks. How do you guys want to go about trying to dig up some information on the Grackle's whereabouts?
Habub would want to try the information that he found out about the feral dog. The serious place should have some kind of information over there, and and if there are two ways to get that information, and I'm hoping it's the hard way.
Well, you can give me an intimidation check, or you can give me a persuasion check if you want.
And I suck at both of them. Holy
One of you'll
Um,
fast. I'm more of a
and-
punch type.
If you want to give me advantage, if you want to come help me, I have a few sources, but they may not act without a little muscle behind them. So if you
Well,
give me,
Chirp was going to
Habub.
head over to the same place as Habub. So maybe and Chirp's really good at persuasion because he's a bard. So I guess between the two of us, we
I
could work
will-
the tavern.
Habub would be willing to assist you, my raven friend.
I could always use some magical accompaniment to further the intimidation that you may wish to present. I have the ability to, I can do this. And I just snap my fingers, and there's a sound of rumbling thunder.
ooh, that'd be good. Yeah, I know just the guy to. We'll go lean on Jimmy Smallshoes. He usually knows what's going on.
Yeah. So I think Haboob would
So,
be helping.
that's a big boom.
Wow.
Second roll of the game.
Okay, we
Way
officially
to
have our
be-
spread. The entire dice. Got it.
Can we just call this a game tonight? Because I don't think we're going to hit anything higher.
All right. As you each sort of spread out around town, you can each give me different checks. So Seymour, it takes you a few hours to check your sources. Roll me a d10, please.
Okay. Seven.
Yeah, the first, person that you run into and ask questions, they can't give you any real information on the Grackle, but they do say that they hear that Luzanne Perrin, who's one of the mine managers, has been hanging on the arm of Chom Gensworth, one of the other mine managers, lately. My wife saw them leaving Lazar's house together last week, and Lazar's house is the fancy dragon chess.
Okay, those names were too fast. Is there any way you could copy
Yeah.
and paste them into the chat?
I will.
Thank you.
So basically, they're telling you they saw two different mine managers arm in arm leaving the dragon chess parlor. And, so much for Gansworth's neutrality in and amongst the mine manager fights that are going on in town.
Indeed.
Yes. All right. So, Haboob, you and Chirrup are out in the Feral Dog along with Ison. How would you like to try and gather some information?
With my knife at their throat, but I'm assuming Chirp has another plan.
No, Chirp's okay with a knife at the throat, because he's got the same bonus to intimidation and persuasion. So he's totally okay with going the knife to the throat route.
Okay, and Eisen, how are you at persuasion or intimidation? Eisen, sorry.
Yeah, Dr. Eason.
Dr. Eason, I'm sorry.
Yes, when it comes to persuasion, I'm not very good. I do not have a good bedside manner. That's why I went into concocting potions and elixirs. It makes it so much easier for me to just make them and then sell them. I don't have to deal with the whining and the crying and why does it hurt so much?
So the three of us who lack social skills are going in to ask or demand information. This is going to turn out well for the three of us.
I can go in and assist everyone. I'm known to be very persuasive.
Well, if they're going to go in and try an intimidation, one of you can give me an intimidation with advantage, or you can each roll individually if you wish.
I was thinking, since there's four of us going here now, somebody rolls I would like to roll intimidation with advantage, like me and Haboob going around intimidating stuff, and then Dr. Easton and Molly could do the persuasion roll because they're going around just, Molly's the persuasive one, and Dr. Easton is there with their academic smarts to kind of back Molly up, kind of thing.
Classic good cop, bad cop. Yeah.
All right. Well, the two down in the Feral Dog.
Oof.
Really?
Do over.
Yeah, there you go in, and most of the people in there kind of grumble that they are, they would love to find that the Grackle, that sort of bastard themselves, and you do hear that the local thieves guild here is no longer sort of protecting him because he seems to have either missed out on some payments or been acting out on his own here as well. So nobody's seen him, but yeah, you are given no help and you are sort of rudely shoved out of the dog in the middle of the afternoon.
Much frustrate.
That could have gone much better, I believe.
Sorry, what did you find so I can put it in my notes? I didn't.
We found nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
The
They
local
found that the local thieves guild is no longer protecting him. He is on his own,
right,
but nobody knows where he is.
To be fair, we kind of assumed that when the guards were no longer looking the other way.
Yeah. Should have kept them those payments.
Chirp
Max.
just like clacks his beak angrily as they leave the dog.
Aw.
Max.
Angry raven.
All
Abu
right.
just takes his claw and just fixes his unibrow.
All right. And Molly and the doctor. So, Molly, where do you go to try and get some information?
Steph.
Sorry, 1 second.
I'll check the baby. I got him.
So where am I going to go to get information? Okay, I've grown up here.
You'll have sources and stuff.
Yeah, I'm going to go to some of my sources. I believe I would have a source that's very close to the town watch, quote unquote. So I figure if this Graco was paying off the town watch, then someone in the town watch should know who this person actually is, or at least get the scoop as to why the town watch isn't. Is it just that he didn't pay, or is there something else going on? So can I use one of my contacts?
Yeah, and with the good doctor's help, each of you can either roll for persuasion or intimidation, or any other skill you want to try. You can give me a straight investigation check as well. Ooh, an 8 persuasion.
Okay, starting this off great.
Yeah. And roll me a d10 then. And your source tells you it's pretty obvious why City Watch ain't looking out after him anymore. I mean, he stole from the brother of the mayor. There's no way they can let that slide. They're not going to go track him down and arrest him because, they're too busy. But they'll let other people take care of the work for him.
The brother of the mayor?
Yeah, Alice.
Yeah, Alliston.
Oh, right.
Yeah, the guy who wants us to recover the stolen goods.
And I know that like that dwarf Dowerstone, the mine owner, seems like one of the better guys, the better mine managers. But I heard he was run out of Graysmere after he caved in his own mines on his agitating workers.
Out of what's the town?
Graysmere.
Okay.
Oh, so that's a different town. So he was in Graysmere, he came here. He's a union breaker. He's a scab. Or not a scab, but he's a union breaker. Interesting.
All right. And Greypaw, what about yourself?
So we found out that the Thieves Guild was protecting him and is no longer.
Correct.
Where would the Thieves Guild be based? Like, where would their hangout be?
The Feral Dog. So it's already been checked out by that. I mean, there's also the Flop House where a lot of them would reside. Down by the docks, there's definitely, areas down there, even though there's not much fishing left. I mean, you and your miner buddies might have heard something too, you being sort of itinerant.
Great Pocket, I was just walking to the feral dog, just step over Chirrup as he's being thrown out and just punch Grackle, where? Wait, no, this isn't Montauk. Sorry.
The mine then. Yeah, so I'm gonna go to. Does what's his name? Smink. Does he have like an assistant?
He has a variety of assistants. He's got, a bunch of sort of sycophants and things like that are all around him. But Fionor, Fionor, is sort of his secretary, if you wish.
I'm going to go to him. Or her.
Her.
Her. And I'm going to suggest that, if the mayor's brother, the governor mayor's brother, knows that Smink helped out in securing his lost items, it could be beneficial. If there's anything they might know that it might help out. And, we put in the good word for Smink.
Smank doesn't need a good word, but honestly, if you're really talking about doing some good and So roll me a persuasion check then. Let's see what they tell you.
Can it be strength persuasion?
Only if you're trying to intimidate.
3.
Yeah, she sort of shakes her head and she just says, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if the Grackles worked for Smank at some point. Cullen might know more than anybody else if you want to check down by the docks. Oh, and have you seen Mestel?
Have I seen Mestel?
You have not. He is Balabar Smank's typical sort of right-hand man, the fixer. And,
yeah.
And, Fiona will say, I haven't seen him in a couple of weeks, a couple of 10-day. Have you had any interaction with him?
Wait. Remind me. That's the orc. That's the one you showed me.
Cullen. That's Cullen.
Then I have not seen him. But the Grackle is described as bald, right?
Balding.
Balding. So he's not also... They're not the same person.
They are not.
In disguise. I gotcha.
As far as you know. So, just say, I don't know. It might be imagining things, but I don't know. Smink seems more on edge lately. I wonder if something big is going down. Anyway, yeah, if you're really interested in something like that, Kellen's more the one who deals with that for us. You'll probably find him down at the docks.
I'll go pay him a visit. And shudder a little bit about having to deal with him.
All right.
Test, can you hear me?
Yes.
Just fine.
Yes.
Clearly. He can hear you.
Who was the guy that she said was missing?
Mestal Fix, Fixx. Smink's right-hand man. No one's seen him in a couple of weeks.
Is he balding?
He is completely hairless. So, making your way, meeting back up in the center of town, you guys can head back down towards the docks. And where once Diamond Lake was in fact clear and pristine and full of fish, it is certainly that no longer. The smelting house has long since polluted these waters, and only the hardiest of fish, the gar, are routinely caught there anymore.
Is Gar any good?
Gar is not terrible, but it does take some good seasoning to really cover up the nastiness of the taste. There's, in fact, a restaurant in town, the Hungry Gar, which is not inedible, but certainly not tasty.
I'm guessing more sauce than fish.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Now, making your way down to the docks, there are still, a variety of vendors that are down there, because you have to go down past the flop house and some of the rougher neighborhoods to get there. And the streets down here are always packed with people hawking wares, trying to sell goods. There is still some shipment and movement of things coming from Waterdeep across the lake.
Question for you there, Patrick.
Yes.
Are there any members of the garrison here? You said the garrison patrolled the dock sometimes.
The garrison patrols the docks sometimes. They don't have a permanent presence here. It's more if there's a big delivery or shipment, they will occasionally come down and inspect boats, that kind of a thing.
Okay. So it's not like I'd be running into any of my contacts down here.
It's possible, but they would kind of be off duty. There haven't been any major ships. You can see sitting out a couple of 100 feet out in the harbor, there are a half a dozen mid-sized boats that are here, but you don't see anybody out inspecting them currently.
Okay. That's it for me. Otherwise, I'd have to head back to the Spinning Giant.
Yeah. So as a group, then you arrive down at the docks. You can see it is a busy, bustling place, and all of the boats sort of pulled in and pulled together are still sort of floating and jostling amongst themselves. Give me all perception checks, as Greypaw, I'm sure, will describe this very tall, pale white half-orc named Cullen that
I'll show him the
you are
the
looking
scar.
for.
Can I just use my passive perception?
He's got this big scar on his face, just like this, and I'll point to the tattoo. Or the brand.
Oof. Yeah, can I just use my passive perception? It's way better.
I like how the people with a 2 modifier rolled a 17 and 18. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meow.
I rolled my passive perception.
Yeah. All right. So you are at the docks and, making your way. Oh, zoomed. All right. And as you, push sort of through all of these vendors and make your way out, you don't need to pull the beggar with you.
So we're looking for a white orc with a scar.
Albino.
With an albino orc that has the same tattoo as Greypaw, but branded in their forehead. And
He's an asshole.
And as you make your way out onto the docks, you hear a sharp, piercing sort of trio of whistles, and then a small sort of splash as you see someone who is clearly on one of these boats, noticing you and obviously marking your attention, because you see a couple of heads sort of snap over in your direction. One of which is an incredibly tall, pale orc that immediately you can see drops what it is doing and starts to break away from you at a run. I need everyone to roll initiative, please.
Ah,
I see a prey. I run towards it.
Oh God.
Good Lord.
At least oh wow.
I'm
Honestly,
honestly scared. I don't want to roll. I'm honestly so scared right now. Yeah.
So
oh,
he's
it's
getting
better
away,
now.
is what we're saying.
No, because chase rules are weird. He also only rolled a 12. It still beats everybody, most of us, but
Yep.
Is that the orc running away?
Yes.
And his name is Cullen?
Cullen.
All right.
All right. First up to act is Molly.
okay. So how
So
far
you
away
see
is he from me?
he is currently about 40 feet away from you. All of these barges are sort of floating and dipping, are full of either crates or boxes or fishing gear. For example, this is a stack of crates that's 10 feet high over here. What would you like to do?
Okay, I'm going to. I am going to. Oh, one sec. Sorry, just trying to do this. Oh, I'm going to cast command.
All right. What do you command?
I'm going to point to Cullen and say, "Come here. I want to talk to you."
isn't command a single word?
It
Oh.
is.
It is.
One word.
Oh, it's
See, your spell fails otherwise.
okay. Oh, I'm going to be sit.
Sit works.
All right. They rolled a 15 on their save. What's your spell
Ooh.
save DC?
It is one sec.
It's probably a
15.
13.
13.
13.
Oh, it's a 13.
All
Sorry,
right.
just trying to score one-handed is hard.
Yeah. Any movement, any bonus actions?
I'm going to move in his general direction. As far as I can move, and I'm done.
So you're heading back into... Okay.
Trying to go around and because I see where his ship is and where his plank is.
Yep. All right, that takes us to Dr. Eason.
It's Eisen. Or Eason. Yeah, no, Eason. Sorry, I keep switching the two.
You've said both tonight, yeah, because I have
I know,
Eisen
I'm
written
like,
down, and then I heard you just say Eisen or Eason. So, the doctor.
All right, I will, because I don't have a proper spellcasting focus. That makes sense. I'm not going to use my thieves' tools to cast spells. It makes no sense. Instead, I'm going to pull out a bit of my lunch, pick off some of the butter from half of the sandwich, and I will cast Grease centered to catch Cullen.
All right. And that is a dex save.
Yep.
That is an 18.
Fuck. All right. Yeah, you muttering under her breath, you hear Scheiße. I think I can make that jump over to here. I can make a 10-foot jump because I have a 10 strength, right?
With a running start, you can.
Yeah, well, I'm running across the boat. So I started here. I moved diagonally up and then all the way across for 30 feet of movement.
All right. As soon as you step into that boat, it is covered with slippery swaths of fish and fish guts. Give me a dexterity save as you attempt not to slip and fall yourself.
Hi.
You are just fine. Yeah, you move through no problem and then jump across as you land on that barge. Now roll me a d6, please. All right. This barge, luckily for you, is empty and you land easily.
It's a little slick with the grease from the fish before, but I make it look good.
All right. And Cullen will take off. And as he steps onto this one barge, you see a crossbow fire off at him, but shoots wide.
Someone took a shot at him?
It looks like it was a safety device on the barge itself.
Okay.
And you see him stumble as he turns the corner over here and appears to be stuck in some fishing nets. That takes us to Haboob.
Sorry, I missed the part. Did he get hit by a crossbow shot?
No, a crossbow bolt was fired at him, but missed him.
Missed him. Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to understand the feline agility so I can move a maximum of 30 plus 60, 90 feet?
Yep, as long as you don't move on your next turn.
As long as I do. So...
Yeah, everyone's trying to figure out what the best method is.
So I can reach him, but it's going to be a lot of checks, I'm guessing. Oh, boy.
You have a climbing speed.
Yeah, but climbing as in like go this way and then this way and then this way.
No, I mean you just have to do the jump checks. You're not going to have to worry about doing climb checks to stick to the barges.
Oh, cool. Okay, I'll do that then. So I'm moving straight, jumping from ship to pier to get to Cullen as close as I can.
All right. As soon as you step into this boat, give me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Dex coming up. Oh, oops. Over here. And... Sorry, was that acrobatics or dex?
Just a dex saving throw, please.
Dex. Oof.
You are able to step through and leap onto this barge with where the doctor is, continuing to move forward. Roll me a d6, please.
Boom. Oof.
All right. As you step on here, this barge is covered with rotting fruit that seems to have this stickly, sweet stench to it. Give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh, that's going to hurt.
All right. You are kind of disgusted, but you are not poisoned with it. You can keep running.
So, reaching over here, and then on the... I never know what's called the front of the ship.
Prow, or the bow.
I'm on the bow.
Pointy bit.
I'm on the
Yep.
pointy end front bit of the ship, and
And there is a guard dog that leaps out to bite at you.
oof. Mm. Do I dodge that? Or oh no.
We're going to find out.
Oh crap.
They were probably woken up by Cullen running over.
They
I'm
know
gonna
him.
I'm gonna put them dead to sleep like
That is a 16 to hit.
ouch.
And give me a strength saving throw, please. You take 6 piercing damage.
Ooh. Okay. And strength saving.
You are not knocked prone. You can keep running.
I will.
And
Sorry,
it will take an attack of opportunity.
I will take it. Worst case scenario, I get knocked out or drowned.
That is a 10, which misses. That is a barge that has like a roof covering on it.
Roof covering. Okay, I'm gonna run through it, and then
All right.
make my one final
And
jump. So,
much like with Cullen, this little like automatic crossbow pops up and fires a bolt at you.
mhm.
That is going to hit. You take 2 piercing damage.
Yeah, step away from the grave. And do I make a dex save for that last jump?
No, because it's only 5 feet, so you can make it onto there. Now give me a dexterity saving throw, as this is covered in fishing nets, which Cullen is currently wrapped up in. You are fine. All right, you have made it there. What would you like to do?
First, try and stop the bleeding, but no, I don't have anything to do that. But I am gonna try and knock him out as much as I don't want
I got
to.
spare the dying. Don't worry.
Okay, so do we really need him alive?
Yes.
Crap.
I got spare the dying, so you don't have to worry. We can pick him up if you knock him down.
Okay, so rapier and cut him down.
Wait,
not-
don't you can do it non-lethally.
Non-lethally, yeah, that's what I should mention.
He does not look like a single rapier hit will come remotely close to taking him down. He towers over you.
Oh boy, so let's see.
Still
how
do
this is gonna go.
non-lethally. Watch, because you'll crit.
Looks like you made a haboo-boo.
Ah, wait, that didn't.
All of that, it rolls at 11.
Yeah, 11 does not hit anyway. You go to stab at him, but he is still able to get out of the way of your blade.
Oh, that's all I have. I look cool getting here, and I'm gonna die over here like this. First session, I'm gonna die. That's it for me.
All right, Seymour. He has
Can I
one left.
Oh God.
Can I see him?
Currently, he is, he's got quite a bit of cover because this is a covered raft and he's behind Haboob. So you could barely just make him out at this point. I'd say he has 3/4 cover.
And if I move up a bit, like here.
Yeah, that definitely helps.
Okay. Now, do I just do the run or do I shoot him? Ooh. Why don't we do the... I'm gonna run. Fuck it. So I'm gonna double move and I'm gonna go up and over the top. I'll count that out now.
Okay,
You
that
can
is
go to-
difficult terrain, so
No, I'm
half your
going up
movement-
and I'm going up and over through the town, like through the.
Yeah,
up
that's
here.
difficult terrain because it's a busy marketplace.
Oh, that's more difficult than going this way.
In terms of time, yes.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, well then maybe I will make the chance. Okay, I was here, so fuck it. I'm just gonna shoot him from here. I'm not gonna make all that effort.
All right.
I'll chase a story, not an angry orc.
The good guys, ladies and gentlemen.
That is a critical failure.
Oh my god, I took out a seagull in the distance.
No. Remember, we're using critical fumble tables.
Oh god.
Are we? Yes! Woo! Which one did we decide on?
You took me out.
Roll me a D100, please.
Oh no.
Oh, we did a good one, good one, good one. Happy boy 85.
So what's your next character, Ian?
85. Your spell misfires, causing you to panic, and you end your current turn, and you are surprised until the end of your next turn.
Oh.
Okay, so kind of just like, okay, so I'm like,
It
ah!
means you don't get a turn next turn.
Correct.
Oof, well,
surprised
that's a
yourself.
good point for me to go AFK for a moment then.
All right.
I will be right back. I am done. Oh, I still have movement though, right?
No, because you're now surprised.
Oh, right. Done then.
Chirrup. You watch Seymour fire wildly into the sky and just kind of panic at seemingly his power.
I have no interest in hopscotching across the boats here, and the mark is going to be a pain in the ass. What about this ledge here?
It's a small patch of dirt. I mean, you can certainly, run alongside it. You'll be
'Cause I'm-
splashing into water because otherwise you're on the rooftop.
Yeah.
It's like they designed the map to make you want to run across the boats.
I have no interest in that. So
I know. I'm sorry.
it's okay. No, I'm just with our luck.
Have we rolled very many? Like we've rolled like 3 rolls above a 10.
No, you've made your dex and strength saves for a lot of them. I mean, Haboob did really well making it all the way over there. He got hit by a dog, but he could have fallen prone or been knocked prone a couple of times and did just fine.
And now he's about to be put down like a dog.
We've still got. I feel like Greypaw and Maximilian are going to hopscotch across the boats.
I
So
really have no choice. I don't move that fast.
neither does Chirrup. So he is going to take the ledging here, and he's going to scamper across that. And I think he only has the 30 feet of movement. Yeah. So he's going to dash. So he's going to move 60, and I think he's going to end up. Oops, wrong. Oh my freaking god, ruler, where'd you go? Oh, can he make it to the pier on the other side? If we angle it a little bit better, can he make it across to the pier?
If you went across the boat, so you'd have to give me a dex save to cross that boat. That's the only way you'd be able to do it because it'll cost you too much movement for Seymour otherwise.
Boat.
Okay, so like do like this then, across this way. Okay.
Yep.
Because I'm not actually. I'm more like I don't mind that because I'm more jumping on the end of it, not so much in it.
Yep.
So
I'll
do that.
say yep. You're fine. That'll get you to there. Actually, I'll give you because you're just stepping on the edge. Give me a dex save with advantage.
Dex with advantage. Oh my fucking Christ!
I'm sorry. Yeah, you slip and fall prone. Right there on the edge of the boat.
Okay.
You guys are going to quit this campaign after tonight.
Seriously.
Honestly, it's just the rolls that are sucking.
Yep.
You can
I
make
was
it to,
doing
you
well.
can make it to
I
there.
just made bad decisions.
Except for me.
You can make it to there if you stand up and use like half your movement.
Yeah, you still have
Okay.
your actions, so you can still
Yep.
dash.
Yeah, you can make it to there.
All right.
So you're
I'll do that.
on your way.
All right. Maximilian.
Okay.
Great
as
ball.
opposed-
Great
I
ball.
was ahead of him.
Greypaw.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Greypaw with a 2.12.
God damn you!
Turn on your dex tiebreaker.
It wouldn't have mattered. It's a 10.
Actually, I'm going to go here. What happens when I run onto this?
That is a stable barge, but yeah, there's a 10-foot wall of crates here.
Well, good thing I don't need to go that way.
Nope.
Hey, you're going the. So you'll
That's
be
30 feet.
You'll be the bellwether for the path I'm going to take.
All right. This we've established is safe, correct?
Yes.
Dash. And this is an unbroken line, right? So like here to here is 10 feet of movement, right? In a
Yep.
straight line.
Yep, you're good.
I would like to long jump to here.
All right.
I have a 10-foot running start. My strength is 17.
Yeah, not a problem.
Now let me figure out how much movement I have left. I was here. Gonna end.
Yeah, and you startle this guy who sort of drops his crates, and he's just like, oh, gee," as you come leaping on, and everything is sort of tipping and moving.
And then I just want to yell, "Get back here, Cullen, we just want to talk!"
Is that intimidation or persuasion?
That is... Pertimidation?
Which one?
I mean, they're the same bonus.
Yeah, but it's
both
it's
of
how
mine,
you want
one.
it's how you want to do it.
Intimidation.
All right, give me an intimidation check.
Could I have used my strength for that?
No, because you're a little too far away, and he's not really paying attention to that right now. He's got a cat in his face, and he's trying to get out of some fishing nets.
All right, that'll be it for Grey Paw.
All right, Maximilian.
Okay, so I am going to do a similar routing in a double move, and I'm going to do the same thing where I vault the one boat onto the dock
All right.
and get to there.
So you have 5 more feet of movement.
I do have 5 more feet of movement, and unfortunately, that's not going to get me onto this boat, is it? That's
Nope.
going to get me into the water. So that's as far as I can go.
All right.
And yeah, I don't know. I've already used my action, so that's it.
All right, Molly.
All right, I see what everyone's doing, and I'm going to attempt to jump across these boats as well. Or do what Chirrup did. Is there enough room for me and Chirrup?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think-
you
I think-
splash up at the edge of the water.
In heels and the hoop skirt.
I'm not in a hoop skirt. I'm in bloomers. That's a dexterity save? Patrick, is that a dexterity save?
Nope, you were fine. You were up here, so you were able to run just past this beggar and right along the coastline.
I will as a free action, can I slip the beggar a one of my pamphlets?
Sure. What am I supposed to do with this?
Messaging is always important.
Indeed. And I would like to cast a healing word of Haboob of the Red Sands.
Oh, here you go, you little baby.
Cash says hi to everyone. He's doing okay. He just needs a nap. He needs to go to bed.
7 healing.
Tired grump.
He is very tired. He's having a growth spurt.
All right,
right.
Haboob, you are healed for 7. And that takes
Hey,
us
you,
to
be less
the
hurt.
doctor.
Thank you.
All right. Cool. Okay, so you say currently he's trapped in some lines?
Yes, he's trapped in a bunch of fishing nets.
Okay. I want to try something really that would be really cool. I'm not sure if it would work. So, well, first of all, I need to move closer. So I'm going to saunter over to here, at least.
Okay, give me a
Walking.
Constitution save as you pass across this boat that is covered in the sickly sweet stench of rotting fruit.
That's a 12.
Just hold down your breakfast as you pass by this terrible smell.
Please. I deal with phosphorus all day. Like, I'm used to it. Okay. So either this is going to work and be really cool, or this is going to fail utterly. Okay, cool. It won't hit me. So would you say that he is currently wearing or carrying the rigging at his feet?
No.
How much would I estimate it would weigh?
Are you going to mage hand the fishing net to him?
I'm going to catapult it towards me.
A fishing net, I mean, this is a large thing. It would probably weigh, depends if it's wet or dry. But I would say at this point, dry, I mean, you're probably looking...
I mean, an actual
under
net
10 pounds.
is 3 pounds.
Yeah, so even if it's all tied up, and I mean, if it's a larger one, because this is you'd probably be able to catapult it.
Okay, I just sort of reach out and pull, because it's only a somatic component, and try and catapult him, and well, the ropes at his feet towards me, 30 feet. I think it's 30 feet. Oh, it moves up to 90 feet. Oh, in that case, then I'm going to just double check here.
So you can, I mean, it won't move him, but it'll wrap him up completely, and I would say would fully restrain him as opposed to just grappling him right now.
Yeah, I figured worst case scenario, I was either going to be pulling him prone because I'd pull the feet out from under him, or it would just tangle it even worse.
Yeah,
that is a 10. So yank and the nets wrap around him and just layer all around him, and he's sort of half bent over, ripping them off his feet, and is just bundled up inside them right now.
We just want to
Haboob, give me a dexterity saving throw too, please.
Oh boy.
As part of these nets are going to swing your way.
Come on, you're fast.
It does no damage, though. Yeah, you're fine. You easily sidestep it.
Right, but Colin might do damage.
Oh, crap.
I feel like Colin's got other things to use his action on this turn.
Yeah, true.
All right, so you have wrapped him up. Any other movement or bonus action?
I don't have... Well, actually, wait, I might have something I can do with a bonus action. I don't know if it'd actually be useful. No, it's an action to create something. I don't have anything at first level. I'm done.
All right. He is going to attempt to break out of the net.
It means he can't dash.
That is a 13. I don't think that's enough.
Isn't the net 10 to burst?
You mean, well, like a net, the weapon is generally going to be made like reinforced in some way.
But even then, it's still only a 10 for that one, right?
I think it's higher. Oh yeah, no, you're right.
Yep. He is able to break his bonds, but he cannot dash. You will get an attack of opportunity, Haboob.
Woo! Okay.
Why does this obsession for tabaxi just smell like cat
okay.
pheromones?
Right here. There we go. Oh, come on.
Yeah, you are unable to strike him as you are still dodging. However, he runs across the back of that other boat, and you can see his feet start sort of slipping. And god damn it, he falls prone. So
The curse of the bad rolls continue.
yep. And so he's going to get up, and he can just make it to there, and that is it. That takes us to Haboob. You cannot move this turn. What would you like to do?
I'm just looking at anything throwable.
Your daggers?
It says that I can't use my feline agility, but I can still move.
Yeah,
Wait.
until he spends a turn not moving, he no longer has his feline
That is
agility.
correct. Yes,
Yeah.
you can move regularly.
Okay, but
I'm thinking haste.
No, I can't use my feline agility next time. So until I, like you said, not move.
Yeah, until you spend a turn not moving.
Not moving.
So you can still move.
How does the footing look from my point till Cullen?
This whole barge is covered in fishing nets. So
Mhm.
if you moved at half speed, you would be fine. If you moved at full speed, you'd probably have to make a check.
I can probably get up to the ship. But he might push me into the water. Okay, I'm gonna play it. I don't want to get in everyone's way if they're trying to take him out at the same time. Yeah, I'll take my chances. I'm gonna move normally up to this point, and I'll do a dex save if I have to.
Yep, give me 2 dex saves, one for each ship.
First, coming up. Oily.
You just succeed not being restrained in the fishing nets, and you step onto that boat, and it is just sort of tipping and slipping. Give me another dexterity saving throw, please. You're fine. You are able to move at full speed.
Okay, and I'm gonna try and prevent his escape. Well, not really prevent, but step out of everyone's way so we can get shots at him. And I try and take him down non-lethally because I don't want to get bitched at later.
And I would.
Non-lethal.
I don't like him, but please don't kill him.
Yeah, you stab him.
Hey.
In the Achilles. Oh wait, sneak attack. God damn it, I forgot that.
I don't think you qualify
You
for
don't.
it.
You don't
Yeah,
get
you
sneak
need
attack.
advantage. Oh, yeah, you need advantage right now.
I forgot. My mistake.
That
Sorry.
homeless person is an ally.
That homeless person is running away.
But while he was there,
He was not an ally.
yeah.
All right, yeah, you stab Cullen, and he just looks at you and is like, "What the fuck do you want?"
Information.
All right, that takes us to Seymour. You are still
Ooh,
surprised.
It's okay. You're okay. You didn't hit anybody by mistake. You're fine. Calm down. This is all new. It's all new for Seymour. He's a brand new warlock.
That takes us to Chirrup.
How hurt is Cullen looking? Can I tell from here?
Barely scratched.
Okay. I'm just going to dash forward again then. Still
All right.
keeping to the edge of the bank here. Because I don't really have anything ranged aside from spells, and the only ranged damage spell I have is Vicious Mockery. Not really going to hurt him right now.
All right. Takes us to Greypaw.
All right. Have we seen what's on this yet?
Nope.
Cool. What happens to me?
This drunken sailor stands up and goes, and he's going to try and grapple you.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, this is going to go great.
I invite it.
That is a 13.
Oh, my fuck.
Oh.
He just kind of drunkenly grabs you and holds you in place, Greypaw.
It's
right.
okay. You weren't expecting it.
Bonus action.
That was embarrassing. There's going to be that's going in the paper.
I would like to rage.
All right. This will be the only grapple check that Greypaw will lose the entire campaign, and it's to a drunken fisherman.
I don't have expertise yet. That's not until level 5.
Can
I'm
we
going
say
to try and shove him off of the boat.
Can we say at the last second the drunk mistakes him for a friend and is like hugging him instead? Say, "Come here, buddy. It's been so long
Sure.
since I've seen you."
I haven't seen you in ages, man. Where you been?
I try and shove him into the water.
All right.
That's a 24, Patrick.
Oh, God. Yeah, he cannot make that. Yeah, no. Immediately just splash.
All right, so that's 10 feet. 15 feet. Can I try and grab onto... I was planning on having more movement than this for some reason. Can I try and get to that rock with my jump?
You can certainly try.
I attempt to get to the rock because I can no longer get to the boat that I was going to try and get to.
Slippery, algae, or razor clams? What does he land on?
It's a little slick. Give me a dexterity save.
6.
6. You slide across it, but luckily you can actually slide right into this boat.
Oh boy. Boat number 2.
And unfortunately, this is a boat covered again with swaths of fish and fish guts. So you're stopped there, but you can tell your feet underneath you are about to give way.
All right, well, I cleared the way for one Maximilian T. Justice, so I will count that as a victory.
All right.
You should. Justice is always something to strive for, my friend.
Secondary question: is this boat walled in? Like, will I be able to get over next turn?
Yeah, it's got small, short sort of walls. You can leap over them.
Yep, that is my action, bonus action, and movement.
Maximilian.
Okay. Question: have we seen what's in this boat yet?
Yeah, that's fishing nets.
Okay, so that's fishing nets. I got to make a dex save either way in order to not get caught and or slip, right?
Yes.
So, I'm going to jump into this boat. 6 of one and half a dozen of the other.
These dogs all bark at you.
Yeah, not going anywhere near them. Okay, screw it. That's I think it was 15 feet of movement I took.
Yep.
15. All right, which means I got 45. So that's 35 feet of movement.
Dexterity saving throws. You leap onto this barge covered in fishing nets.
11.
You are grappled. You are stopped as you are tangled up.
Down, fiends. I just double moved.
And Cullen even looks at you and just says, "I know, right?"
Look, we just want to talk.
I got nothing to say to you.
Oh my
Badge
god!
man.
Fine. Well. Oh, that's it. So that was the 35th foot of movement that I used. So that's it for me.
All right.
Talk to the press. Get your side of the story out.
Takes us to Molly.
Right. I realized last turn that I could have I could have double moved. Is that okay if I just?
Yeah, take it now.
So I would have been here. Okay, so I'm out of spell slots because I only have 2 spell slots for today. So I'm going to double move.
Didn't you cast? Oh, you did healing words. That would have been a bonus action.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm right in front of Cullen and just say, "Stop! Just stop and sit. We just want to talk to you."
Roll me a
And
persuasion check, please.
really,
All right. Takes us to the doctor.
All right, very interesting. I'm not going to go for the dogs. I guess. I assume I can make a quick and easy 5-foot hop
Yep,
without
no
being an
problem.
issue. All right, we'll go 20 here. I think that the one with the drunk, I'm avoiding him.
Yeah, he's trying to pull himself out of the water at this
So
point.
we'll pop over to there.
All right. As you step on that covered barge, there's a crossbow bolt that fires off, but that is a 2, so it fires wide.
Yeah. All right. Jeez. Okay. I'm not sure if this will work. I'm gonna try and using thaumaturgy to increase the volume of my voice, persuade this guy to stop.
All right.
Because I don't want to try and attack him. So, yes. We just want to talk. Not horrible, considering I'm a -1.
All right. And Cullen at that point looks around at all of you, and you can actually see Greypaw. At this point, he actually clocks you there, and you see him just kind of shake his head, and he'll take a step towards you, Molly. And then, Haboob, give me a
He's
contested
AFK.
strength check as he just grabs you and attempts to shove you into the water.
Oh, strength check from a Tabaxi rogue. Yeah, that's gonna go through well. It did go well.
Yeah, unfortunately, he rolled a 20, so you are tossed and just sort of splash into the water. And he will just look at you, Greypaw, and just says, "What are you doing with these cacklers, Paw?"
Job opportunity. This doesn't need to end bad, Cullen.
We don't want to kill Greypaw's father.
What do you want?
What was it? The Geckler? Right? What was his name?
The Grackle.
The Grackle.
Or Grackle, I'm not sure. I keep calling him the Grackle, but...
Yeah, it's the Grackle.
The Grackle.
What about him? Scummier than even your friend here in his metal armor.
I'm not sure how to take that.
Someone said you might know where he is.
What's in it for me?
I look around at how outnumbered he is. What's in it for you to not tell us?
I don't see enough here that could stop me if I really wanted to get into it.
Do I think he's correct there? Like, how tough is Cullen? I have seen him fight before, presumably.
Cullen is tough. You've seen him, if not fly into a rage like you, he is a very highly aggressive fighter. And Yeah, I mean, he literally just sort of tossed Haboob around like he was nothing.
Haboob weighs like 2 pounds.
Fair enough.
Can't even argue with that.
Besides, you piss me off enough, Smink'll never put another copper in your pocket.
I'll just move towns again if that happens. Done it enough. I'll do it again.
So if we're out of initiative, right?
You are out of initiative.
All right. Well,
Just tell us where Grackle is, and you can go.
the first thing that Max does, of course, is he goes and fishes the drunk out of the water.
And I will use my persuasion on that. Yeah,
I'll give you
decent.
inspiration for helping out the drunk.
Absolutely. Drunks are one of nature's finest creatures.
I will very, very slowly and cautiously pick my way closer to the group.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk around the safe way.
All right. And Seymour, he'll look at you and Molly and he's just like, I want a story about me. Write something nice.
You tell us what we want to know, and we'll put your side of the story in the paper.
And we'll put in the good word with the, what's his name? The governor's brother. The governor mayor's brother.
Aliston?
Yes. I'm
Don't
sure.
worry about them. Smink's got my back.
Who?
Balabar Smink.
Our boss.
Yes, you tell us. You tell us what we want to know. You get the best glowing review in the paper ever. Pillar of the community.
Well, nobody will believe it, but something nice. I want my picture.
A picture you can send home to dear old mum.
He squints at you. What do you mean by that? What are you saying about my mum?
Should she be proud of your picture being in the paper, like all mums?
Were you meaning that to be insulting or not?
No, it's completely sincere. Like, your mother will like your picture in the paper. It's literally an honor kind of thing. I mean,
Alright.
100%
Yeah,
sincere.
it's
All
like
right.
an old thing. Yeah.
Oh, I know, but it could be taken both ways.
Oh,
Ah.
good, yeah.
And he literally wasn't sure, so I wanted to know if you were
Being
gonna have to make
he's
a
being
check or anything.
100% honest. You help us, and that really helps our investigation, and everybody wins.
Look, you didn't hear it from me, but if I was on the outs like the Grackle seems to be, I'd be laying low at the Sand Crab. And he'll sort of nod in the direction of the far pier. And you see there's a long single floor inn tavern built right at the end on one of the larger old piers. And he will tell you that I might have seen someone that looks like the Grackle a couple of nights ago. Was nursing a bottle of Diamond Water Ale down here and enjoying a rest when I saw something strange going on, I'll say. Tide was out early that morning, so I crept down the rocks to get a better look and saw a man looking something like the Grackle. He loaded several crates into a rowboat moored directly below the crab and, rowed out to sea, but came back about an hour later with an empty skiff and clambered up and into the Sand Crab through a window in the southwest corner of the building.
Interesting.
I thought so. I'll come by in a couple of days for a story. And he'll just sort of push his way sort of past you. And are you going to get in his way, Maximilian?
No, it's just kind of being there just in case this turns south. I'll just kind of step aside and just be like, citizen.
And he'll, as he leaves, he'll just sort of look at you and Greypaw say, don't appreciate this.
We appreciate you.
He just kind of snarls at you and keeps moving.
Well, that went better than expected.
Are you sure Haboob almost got killed by a dog?
I mean, isn't that what cats and dogs do?
Now, they're more afraid of you than you are of them.
They're not afraid of Haboob.
I'm pretty sure that's brown trout.
Let's
hang
go
on
to the
before we
tent
continue.
castle.
Crates. There's before we started working together, I was paid to pick up a lot of mysterious crates.
Mysterious crates, huh? And what mayhaps was in these crates?
I didn't ask. I'm not paid generally to ask questions.
Were they
But
heavy?
Were they heavy, Patrick?
They were. You were delivering supplies into the Dower Stone mine. So just basic unloading and moving into the mine itself.
Yeah, I wasn't my normal foray, but, I can lift pretty well.
So, Patrick, the Sand Crab, is that an inn?
It is an inn and tavern.
Okay.
It is known that it's sort of a place more for merchants and shippers who seek private meeting places, because the rooms, the food, and other services are pricier than everywhere else, which keeps the riffraff out.
Right, but he climbed in through a window.
Yes.
Did Cullen say second floor or first floor?
It's a single-story building.
So second floor. No. Okay, that's fine. Okay, I think we should. I think we should reconvene, perhaps for a celebratory drink at the Sand Crab.
Before we all go, Chirrup's going to give a little trill to give everyone's attention, point out to the waters, and then in a variety of different voices, ask boat, island, books, look.
Could you fly over there and check?
He's going to snap his beak at you angrily.
I'm gonna elbow Seymour. I'm going, Seymour.
What? I just thought he was a short
The little man
Aarakocra.
should know that Kenku are unable to naturally fly.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
His feathers just kind of fluff up a little bit and then, ruffle and smooth back down. Kind of like apology accepted, even though he's still not happy about it.
So
But yeah, he'll look over you guys' question, do we want to check out, see if we can find an island and find the books?
Do we know? Well, we know there's at least one island in the lake. Are there any other smaller islands that we know about nearby?
There's a couple of small rock outcroppings, but they are out past the ships in the harbor. But yeah, the main island that is out in the water is basically an old graveyard / monastery for a cult of the Green Lady, where they perform rites of the dead and even keep some undead alive. Most people generally leave it be, as they figure it's better to just let them deal with everything and keep any potential grave robbers and stuff like that from dealing with it.
There was a report of swimming ghouls around the island as well.
Well, unfortunately, we can't handle that just yet. We don't actually know where the Grackle went with the crates, or even if that was the same shipment. We need to speak with the Grackle.
But we do know roughly how far away the island is because the Grackle was there and back with it. I'm speaking too much for Kenku, but anyways, the
Within
Grackle.
an hour, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so it's within a half an hour of land.
The island, no.
But the
So
Rocky
he was
Outcrop,
probably meeting a ship then, rather than an island.
he was either meeting a ship or he was hiding it in the Rocky Outcroppings, which we could check.
Yeah, like Chirrup said island, but really anything within a half an hour of shore. If we wanted to try and check that out, because we know the rough direction and time frame.
Well, I mean,
You
we're
would- you would-
locals. Do we think there's anything along that direction? Any of the people who've been here for a while?
Give me a nature check.
All right. Nature is my best skill.
Not
I'm just
advantage. so it's
kidding.
16.
Yeah, looking out on the water, you would think you would not be able to reach any of the rock outcroppings in that time. It would probably be one of the half dozen or so boats that are sitting a couple of 100 feet out in the harbor.
Yes. We're not going to have time to search them all, nor do we actually have the authority. No, we need to speak with the Grackle.
All right, to the sand crab.
And find Alice Den's books.
Damn right.
And solve this heinous theft. Let's go.
All right, so you can see from where you are, a couple of 100 feet away off to the east is, a couple of the larger, older piers with this long single-story building across it. And it literally takes up the majority of one of the piers. How would you like to approach?
Well, he rode up and he got into a window.
Yeah, because you can see that the building itself is out on the pier, so there are pilings beneath it that clearly there are other smaller sort of skiffs and boats that are tied up underneath. And from the side that you are looking into, which is the side that Cullen told you about, there are along that edge of the building, there is a small window on the corner, small one sort of in the center, and then a larger one which presumably looks into the bar itself. So if you, let me move your tokens. So from the south, you are looking at the building that way. So presumably, if it was the southwest of the building, it would have been that window.
The only one we don't have vision through?
Yes.
Yes.
As you can see, the shutters are closed across it currently.
It's gonna be that room, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Most likely, yes.
Do we have a description of the Grackle?
Yes, you've seen a poster of him. He is a tall, thin man, large nose, balding head.
Excellent. So I am going to suggest that some of us swim up to there, and others try the front door, which is there.
Well, I'm certainly not swimming in.
Those
can
are
walk
my
in.
those are my specialty. I can have them open.
I'm sure you can just walk in.
Where's the fun
That's
in
the
that?
plan.
Chirp will take the window and motion for Haboob to join him.
And I will go in, scope out the room, and then ask the bartender about Grackle.
I will go with him.
Yeah, I think Maximilian is not the sort of person that sneaks around windows.
Where's the fuck is the door? Is this the door? There's the door.
That is the door.
And where's the window that Chirp was talking about?
This one.
Oh, I'm gonna have this no water crap.
Well, no, I figured to scale around the wall.
Oh, I'm not Spider-Man.
No, but you have claws.
Can I do
Yeah,
that?
you can literally climb. Yes.
Oh shit! I did not know that. That's awesome.
Think
So
of,
we don't see him in the bar, right?
You do not. You make your way inside, and you can see that it's not a dingy place by any stretch. Everything here, the furniture's a little mismatched. There are a couple of well-dressed people that are sort of sitting and drinking. Behind the bar is a tall, sort of surly man with a patchy beard, a large, bulbous nose with a clear gin blossom on it. That as you make your way in, he sort of, looks up from where he's, serving ale to a fairly drunken-looking customer at the end of the bar, and eyes the four of you up as you come in, and just sort of goes, ah.
Okay, so oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. I was just going to ask, does this place have a good reputation? Like, is this like a place for scoundrels and ne'er-do-wells?
It is not. It is a decent reputation. It is a place more for traders and merchants and shippers and things like that to come in, and it's a little pricier to keep out sort of the drunks and the ne'er-do-wells, things like that.
Right. So what you're saying is, if there's a guy stowing away in one of his rooms that's a wanted criminal, that's not necessarily the sort of thing that might be welcome.
Hard to say. This is a place that is also known for its privacy.
Yes. Okay. So
I've got a bit of a plan for that.
yeah. So this will. I mean, after all, you are dealing with essentially the law here. So I do have that to my advantage. So I will be. That'll help me when I'm assisting in persuasions and stuff like that.
All right. So those of you out on the windows, Chirrup, are you going to look for a boat or a skiff or anything, or are you going to be in the water?
Cheer up.
Probably muted.
Damn it, I'm muted. I was hoping I could hang on to Haboob's back, or have him help me kind of scale across the wall.
I muted
What's your
myself.
strength, Haboob?
Not as much as Chirp is expecting. 1.
Never mind then. I will look for a skiff.
All right. Yeah, it's easy enough to find enough boats or sort of skiffs that are tied up under the pilings, so you can maneuver it underneath the window.
Cool. Oh, I never even thought. What time of day are we doing all this?
This is late afternoon at this point. By the time you have done all your searching around town and your questionings.
Okay, so people could be more interested in getting home and getting a drink than paying attention to us. Got it.
Yep.
All right, so
outside Haboob, the shutters are barred and sort of locked. Give me a thieves' tools check to try and make your way into the windows. And so you guys have a surly bartender that is sort of looking at you as you belly up to the bar.
and I go to every bar in town to look for leads and stories and stuff, so I presume I know, at least passingly know, him.
Yeah, his name is Austin. And yeah, you know him to be surly and irascible and will not let a word pass his lips that he does not want to tell you.
Would I be using my thieves' tools as dexterity or as intelligence attribute?
Dexterity.
Okay.
So then I will say to him, we're looking for someone who might be here, and it's something we want to keep on the down low, and even a little bit of information would help a lot. And I'm gonna do a persuasion plus. What's a good decent tip? Like 1 gold, or is that an insane tip?
1 gold is an insane tip.
Yeah.
All right.
Your 5 silver is a day's wages.
We'll do 1 gold, and I'll sleight of hand it under my notebook, and pass it across to him. Oh, he totally sees it, but so
he
does
totally
the whole
sees
bar.
it. Yeah, the whole bar sees it, and he's just looking. He's like, "Are you drinking?"
I'll have a cider, please.
I have ale or I have grog.
Ale. As I, ponder it for a moment.
If you're not customers, you can please walk the plank.
Oh yeah, I'm totally buying the ale.
An ale for everyone.
And with that, he picks up the gold and says, "That'll cover your ales.
Grog,
what do you
please.
want, newsman?"
Looking side to side. Cover my mouth. The Grackle.
Never heard of him. And he pulls out a bottle that is covered in old barnacles and pours you a shot of dark rum that is surprisingly tasty, Greypaw.
It's all right.
What's a muckman like you dealing with these people? You know, muckman is a sort of a slang term for miner here.
I go where the money's good.
And Haboob, you are able to quickly and easily unlatch the outer shutters, and you can see, as you sort of lean back and move them over, you're able to look inside the window. And as this happens, those of you inside the inn itself hear a loud female scream come from a back room. And Haboob,
Oh God.
what
Oh,
you
no.
see looking into this room is a small bed. You see a woman sort of fallen backwards, cowering against the back wall. And you see a couple of crates in the room, one of which is sort of tipped over, and wriggling out of it, you see an odd creature. It is sort of tiny, shaped like a pale greenish yellow disc the size of a barrel lid. And in the center of this disc is a twitching orifice adjoined by a pair of 4-inch eye stalks. You see a shock of reedy spikes and thin rubbery tentacles trailing from this creature's underbelly as it squeezes itself out
Is it a flump?
of the crate.
Is there a way to see what's going on in there?
Hang on,
Oh, okay.
yeah, I'll move you around once I open it up for
Okay.
them.
Yeah. And Maximilian's head just sort of immediately snaps over to the, I'm guessing this is the hallway door here.
That is the hallway door,
Yep.
but as this scream occurs, it is 10 o'clock, and that is where we will leave it for the night. So, yeah, Haboob, as you get the shutters, you're looking in the window. You see this woman crouched against the wall and this odd eye-stalked creature wriggling out of these crates. And that is where we will leave it.
Oh, no.
When we come back next session, justice is served.
It's far
His
too
drink.
warm in this mining town for you to properly serve justice.
And yes, that is a flump, Ian.
Oh, nice.
Question: is she screaming because of Haboob or the flump?
Hard to tell.
Yes.
Somebody just broke it in and looks like me. So
Yeah, she's got, there's a cat person at the window and this weird creature wriggling out of a crate that seems to have just tipped over. So, I don't know. Take your pick.
my unibrow is not that weird.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Have a nice night.